Thank you, and no problem. Obviously, last week being able to get a win was great to kind of get back in that win column. Got to give a lot of credit to our players and our staff for, responding to the adversity of 2 losses in a row and, just trusting our process and continuing to work. Have another great opportunity this week to go see if we can go on the road and continue to get better and try to finish the regular season off really strong. So looking forward to it and looking forward to a great week of work.
Thank you very much, Coach. Our first questions come from Dan McDonald with The Advocate. Dan, please go ahead.
Morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Can this obviously is for fans, it's a rivalry game and so forth. Is this a good one to have right at the end of the season?
I think so. I mean, it's kind of coming close to rivalry week, and I think I don't know how much of a rivalry it's been. Dude, I mean, we're 1-3 against them, so but yeah, it's a great time of year for it to happen.
You know that your guys are going to be playing again after this weekend. Is that sort of put you in a situation where you want to sort of look at things maybe a little bit differently, especially with the terms of the new redshirt rule that's out there?
Yeah, one thing that we can't. Everybody assumes we'll be playing another game after this one. Obviously we got to get a bowl invite. 8 wins is good, but there's a chance that 7 teams in the Sun Belt can be bowl eligible and only 5 bowls. So, we can't take any of that for granted. So we definitely got to go into this week, knowing that this could be the last opportunity to play this year. So we're not going to take any of that for granted. But as far as the red shirt rule goes, we definitely look hard at that with our guys that still have some remaining games left. And, last week we were able to put a couple guys in and let them play a little bit of special teams and still be able to redshirt them. And so we'll continue to look at that and try to get guys involved as we can.
Can you talk a little bit about the impact that Wesley Fields had for you in the second half?
Well, Wesley did a tremendous job. It ran really, really strong. But, you've got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. I think they probably had one of their better games this year as far as coming off the ball and establishing a new line of scrimmage. And Wesley did a really good job of really running hard and running strong and breaking some tackles and then getting extra yardage. So hats off to both him and the offensive line.
Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Coach Elliott? Obviously, y'all go back to App State some time there. Can you talk a little bit about it? Is it difficult playing somebody that you have a good relationship with?
No, I don't think so. I think we do the same thing. It's our team, and we're trying to get our teams ready to go win a football game. And I don't think it really matters that we have a prior relationship. Obviously, anytime that you're going against one of your friends, you definitely want to win. You want to have bragging rights, but I don't pay too much attention to that because our guys, it's about putting a plan together and trying to go win it for Georgia Southern. And but yeah, I a lot of respect for Coach Elliott. Really and truly, when I left Georgia Military College and I went up to Appalachian State, he was a huge help in my career. Just getting started. As a young coach, didn't know a whole lot and learned a lot from him, and definitely owe him a lot in my career.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep, no problem.
All right, thank you, Dan. Our next questions come from Travis John with the Savannah Morning News. Please go ahead, Travis.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Great.
Coach, can you clarify the Devarius Bargner no longer being with the program, kind of whose decision it was, if it was you guys or him?
It was a mutual decision, and we wanted to make sure Devarius had a good, felt good about wherever he's going to be and have a good fit, and we definitely wish him the best, and he's a good kid, and hopefully everything will work out for him in the future. But ended up being a mutual decision.
And Coach, you guys have had a theme for every game this season. Have you decided on one for this week? And if so, can you share it with us?
We have not had one for every game. We didn't have one last week, and we will not have one this week.
All right, and then I guess finally, last week you talked about the defense and the linebackers and secondary against RPO offenses. I know Coastal wasn't exactly heavy RPO, but can you just talk to the linebackers and secondaries improvement or how you thought they played against those plays?
I thought our guys did a really good job on defense. We came out in first two drives last week for Coastal. I think they had somewhere around 130-something yards and ended up with 10 points. And, I thought we probably didn't start as fast as we wanted to on defense. But from that point forward, I believe it was either the next 6 or 7 drives, we caused 6 3-and-outs and had a takeaway, and so I thought the guys did really well in adjusting and kind of getting it figured out what Coastal was trying to do. Our coaches did a tremendous job of getting them on the sideline and getting the adjustments made, and our players did a tremendous job of listening and then going and executing. So I thought they did improve their play. The RPO game was not something that was heavy against us last week. So, but that's something that, after the ULM and Troy game, that's something that we have focused on and tried to make sure that we're getting more sound in those areas. Because that's tough. I mean, anytime that you want to be a really good run defense, you get aggressive in that area, and then people are able to hit passes behind you when you do that. So we just got to be more disciplined with our eyes and make sure that we understand what the offense is giving us.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Thank you, Travis, and thank you, Coach. That is all the time we have for you today. We do appreciate it.